All right, folks, tonight I got a good one for you. I'm going to talk about the subject again, and that is the transgender female. And I have to talk about it tonight because I came across a video that made my head spin. I couldn't believe what I was hearing and what I was seeing. I'm going to show you a video of a transgender female, a dude, who is beside himself and had to seek help because he can't get pregnant. Oh, I'm not kidding. This is a real person, and this is real talk, and this is real mental illness. Have a look.
Anybody about it because my conscience knew that this wasn't real, but I wanted it to be real so badly that you kind of just go along with it, and then you crash and you realize it's not true and you've lost that and you're not pregnant and you can't be pregnant. I had another one when I was about 18. I really struggled. Told one of my friends about it, who is no longer my friend, which is a good thing, about this, and she told me I was crazy and basically told me to get over it. So that was the last time that I decided to open up about it, because I thought, wow, this is how everyone's going to treat me, this is how everyone's going to see it. Earlier this year, I decided to get help. I decided to find a counsellor who specialised in infertility trauma. So they help women who have suffered, miscarriages or, struggle with infertility or anything, because it can be a trauma and it can be a very dark struggle. And so, I went to my first appointment, I went to my second appointment, and I started opening up, and then I got too scared to go again, and so I quit. And I'm really angry at myself for doing that. I'm really angry at myself for refusing help, because it had taken me so long to accept it and so long to start working on it. And then I was finally doing it, I was finally breaking down my walls, and I was finally working on an issue, which was probably my, largest issue. And then I gave up, and it was too difficult, and I cowered it out. I just don't even really know what to say, I wish that this was me doing a video talking about how it used to be a struggle, but it isn't. It's still a struggle, and I struggle with it every day. I have dreams, and in my dreams I am pregnant, or, I have my children, and everything feels so complete, and then I wake up and it's not true, and it's just really hard. Being a trans woman is very difficult for many reasons, and I never like to harp on that, because I'm aware that I have people that look to me for inspiration, and they look to me for inspiration.
So I'm actually at a loss for words, and that very rarely happens to me. But after I watched that clip, my head was spinning, because that dude was serious. And that dude has a serious, serious mental illness. He says, and you heard him, he started struggling when he was about 18 because he couldn't get pregnant. And he told a friend, who's no longer a friend, because the friend told him he was crazy. And that friend was right. He had dreams that he had a baby, and was raising the baby, and then woke up and realized it wasn't real, and then basically broke down and couldn't understand why him, being a female, could not get pregnant. And this is the kind of shit that they want to teach our children in school. So apparently this dude started this nonsense before he was 18, and nobody did anything about it. They pushed it. They applauded it. They didn't realize that he had a sickness that needed to be attended to. They just let it go. But he did seek help, and he sought help with a therapist who specialized in treatment for infertility trauma, treatment for women who have suffered miscarriages, and basically treatment for women who just can't get pregnant. Now, this dude took an appointment or two away from a woman who might have really needed that appointment, and this counselor should not even be a counselor because they accepted him as a patient to explain to a biological male why he can't get pregnant. And you heard him. He went to the first appointment, he went to the second appointment, and then he got too scared, so he quit. And he's angry at himself for quitting, for refusing to get help. Well, fertility help is not the help that he needs. He needs help to realize that he is a biological male. He will never, ever be able to get pregnant. He can dream about it all he wants. Dreams are wonderful. Have all the dreams you want. But you're going to wake up to the reality because it cannot happen. He's in tears because he can't get pregnant. Who was telling this guy when he decided he wanted to be a female that you'd be okay? You can have a baby. Don't worry about it. You're going to be a woman. Take these hormones. Put that makeup on and grow your hair long. That's going to help you get pregnant. What is wrong with the people who are pushing this narrative on young people? Again, he said at 18 he started struggling, that he couldn't get pregnant. So obviously, again, started doing this girl shit when he was younger. And everybody apparently went along with it. But one friend told him he was crazy. And then he said, I can't be friends with you anymore because you don't think I can get pregnant. Well, that friend was right, because you can't. So you waste the therapist's time. I'd love to know how much it costs. And I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall in the room with him and that therapist to see exactly what a therapist, a fertility specialist, would tell a biological man the reasons why he couldn't become pregnant. I would love to hear it because obviously it's all lies. They must have gave him a story. Well, you got to take this hormone and that hormone. And then maybe if you cut your dick off, and get your manufactured vagina, maybe you could try again, but it probably won't help. So take more hormones. There's actually therapists out there that are counseling these people and explaining to them why they can't get pregnant. They're men. There's no way God did not create a man that could have a baby. But they're going to push this narrative as far as they can push it. And it's still never going to happen. So now this person, I don't know how old he is, apparently he's over 18, is not going to get the mental health counseling that he needs. No, he only wanted to see a fertility specialist and find out why. This dude needs serious intervention. And he needs to understand that he will never, ever give birth to another human being. And the tears and the stress and the anxiety that he's suffering, can it be that he actually believed that if he listened to these doctors who should not be doctors and took all these hormones and did all that nonsense, that he would be able to get pregnant? Apparently he believed it. And now he's suffering the consequences, which is just some more severe mental anguish because it's never going to happen. So this is the kind of shit that they want to teach our children. This is the kind of stuff that they want us to believe and go along with, even though all these LGBTQ activists know a man can't get pregnant, but they're going to keep telling the guys who want to be girls that they can, for whatever reason other than they're all sick. And if we don't believe it, we're the bigots, we're transphobic, we're anti-gay, we're anti-whatever. Okay? That is a prime example of the bullshit that they push with this movement. That dude is a prime example of the actual harm that it can cause a boy, a man, when they decide they're going to turn into a woman and they're led to believe all that trash. And then they go to a therapist to find out why they can't get pregnant. So who knows what's going to happen to this dude? I'm going to go out on a limb and say his life's not going to be too happy unless he tries to turn back into a biological male. He's never going to make it as a female because it's just not going to happen. You don't have the equipment to produce a baby. End of story. Bottom line. And that's all I'm going to say about this. I had to share it with you because, again, it made my head spin. So thanks for tuning in. If you haven't liked this video, hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and hit that notification bell. And please share this video with people, your friends, your family, your co-workers. Let them see what this movement is actually doing to people. It's making them break down in tears because they were believing that they could get pregnant and they're men. And that's it again. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see everybody soon. I hope everybody's healthy and safe. Have a great night.